Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Tetla, good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? I Tetla could hardly be this morning. Just opened my eye, not even good 5 minutes. And realized it's after 6:30. Now me try spin around, get myself organized. Realize I said my clock is past. Let me say whatever it is, I'm going to come just the same. Because I think it's so good. So let me say good pleasant good morning to you. I hope you had a good night. And I see you earlier. I think you came on even before me turn on, but I'm so grateful. I'm happy to be awake. And I look and I say, man, I have to, all the while I'm always up before. And I went to bed reasonably early last night, but I didn't know I would have slept so much. But I'm still thankful. I'm thankful that I'm alive. I'm thankful to see you because each time when I see you, I feel even more motivated. And I believe God have you here with me each time for a reason. Because I am not capable, I think, of my own goodness or bad, whatever it is, to qualify me to even be here because so we need support. Right? We all need support. And that's why I feel guilty sometimes when I'm not able to come by and give you some of the support too, to allow you to see how much I appreciate your support towards me and Anthony TV. And knowing that we have never met, we have never spoken outside of this channel. And if I'm not on, I still think about you. And coming on, you're the first person I look forward to seeing. And I know that it's not that it's easy because you're a busy person. And I believe in my own heart, I believe that you are praying for me and the channel too. Because if you weren't, or if you were praying bad prayer, yes, I'm telling you, right? And if you were praying bad prayer, God wouldn't answer. I believe He would answer and give you what you would have wanted. And I still believe that you still have good in your heart towards the channel. And I'm saying again that with your blessing, I believe, and with your encouragement and continuous encouraging words, it will give me the energy to go on. Even around me seems like it's hopeless. I believe your prayer is keeping the channel too. Let me wish for you a very happy morning. I don't know if it's because I get enough, I would say enough rest, or the time is so cool. A little rain was expected, and we hear a little dew. And the place was so hot the day before. It was on Wednesday was roasting, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. And yesterday was a little bit cooler. And the night was so cool, and this morning, like, the time was not hot. And it's like you're in like a little mild AC. So I said, God is so good. He is so good. So we have to be thankful to Him at all times. No, I want to go to a favorite. Do you have a favorite? Do you have a scripture passage that you'd like me to read? And I could do that because I have to respect your hand before me and I know your time. So if you have a passage, you could just type it on the screen and I will go to it. I know it's after 7 for me, but it's after 6 for you. Or maybe this is a good time. If 7 o'clock is a better time, you can let me know too. But whatever the time is, I don't like to come on the same. I like to come on even after 10 minutes before the time. So I'm going to watch it. And when it comes to the end of a week, no matter how you're ready and you're not so tired, by the come to the end of it, and I think that's why the Adventist believes that the seventh day, whatever day the first day falls on, when it comes to the seventh day, we need a rest. Physically, mentally, everything we need a rest. And just be spiritually focused. Let's see. Someone was on. Do you have a passage that you'd like me to read? Or you want me to just go ahead? If you have one, you can type it. Or if you're not possible for you to type it, I can go ahead and read a psalm. I'm not rushing you. Go ahead. Okay. Okay, I'm going to read Psalm. I was at 92 because I did 92 the morning before, not yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So I have 93 for this morning. Psalm 93. The Lord reigneth. He is clothed with majesty. The Lord is clothed with strength, wherewith he hath girded himself. The world also is established, that it cannot be moved. Thy throne is established of old. Thou art from everlasting. The floods have lifted up, O Lord. The floods have lifted up their voice. The floods lift up their waves. I understand. I was wondering, Okay. The Lord on high is mightier than the noise of many waters, yea, than the mighty waves of the sea. Thy testimonies are very sure. Holiness becometh thine house, O Lord, forever. So, all right, take your time. Because you were before me, I said, I don't know if you'd have had a choice, right? Okay, so what I understand from this passage of scripture, it is saying that the Lord reigns continuously. He is everlasting. He is from the beginning and he is the end. So there was none before him for him to look to as God. And there will never be any after him, right? He is so great and majestic, right? He has power. He has everything. He doesn't need he doesn't need us, All he wants us to do is to praise him, give him glory and honor. And he is so merciful that no matter what we do, he allows us to come back to him and seek forgiveness. And some of us refuse to even forgive our fellow man, much more to want to forgive God. God is Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Right? He's a three in one. And what God can do, will do, and has done, no one has ever been able to do more than that. Because it is said that His majesty is great. He's the ruler. He's the creator. He's everything in one. He's Alpha, meaning that He's from the beginning. Before Him there was none. And even until now, He is still great. He's still great. none greater, right? And all he wants us to do is come to him. Many times he sees the future. He knows about us before even our parents became into existence. He knows about us before because what? He is the giver of life. He's the giver of life. And he takes life, right? And he gives us breath. He doesn't have to murder us to see us die. He just do what he needs to do. He formed us from the clay, the dust of the earth. And he didn't have to give. That means what the first two persons he created, he didn't have to give them any opportunity. But he allows them to have choices, even though he gives us choices. If we hold on to his promises, we are leaning on him, we are seeking his advice and everything, he will never let go. He will never let go. He guards us when we allow him. We open our hearts and our minds, and he comes right there to give us the need, what we need. Right? No other God, any other, right, is a false God. Right? Any God that comes up, what we allow to control our minds and our thoughts and what we do. People put many things before God. And whatever you put before God would have been your God. And that would have been a false God. Some people put their children, their properties, their money, and nothing else. They don't think about anybody, no love. That is vanity. So you put in false things and call it God. Because it's not false. And at the same time, God is not to be mocked. He's not to be mocked, right? So he said there should be no false gods before him. None. When we do that, we realize the things that can happen to us because we are disrespecting him, right? And his throne, nobody can sit on his throne. No human being can pass. Nobody, unless when in the coming of Christ, when he allows us, those who are faithful, will inherit eternal life. And then we can say, because we'll be so new earth, when we return back to earth, there'll be a heaven there waiting on us. But can you imagine if we just stick to the promise of the Lord? Yes, some put their husband. They put their husband before God. They put their money and everything, their riches. But remember what the song says, my Father is rich in houses and land, because what we have, and we call our own. Yes, worship goes on. You can imagine. So he is rich in all those things, and yet we are putting them before God. And he is the one who created those things. He created them, and yet we put them, say they are our gods. Right? So when we worship Koan and other physical things, I remember when was it Elijah who had made it told to made to offer sacrifice, and um, the, the 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 Baal people had their idols, and Elijah did all of what God said, and the Baal people, was it the Baal? I want to remember clearly. Sister can help me. They were there, and they put up their thing, and all they go down and say them a pray to them God. Nothing happened. And when Elijah did what God told him, did what God had told him to do, and call on the Lord, Elijah, the idol was consumed the way it should be consumed. And the people around who were looking, they were all shocked. They couldn't believe, right? So it says, you worship God, you worship God. And if you're going to worship idols, still the idol worshiping. Because at the day of judgment, you are going to be asked, are going to have to respond to why I didn't put those things before God, right? So God is to be feared. He appeared to Moses in the burning bush. No man like us, human being, can see God and live. We can't live because it is the light, everything about him. He made, remember, he made the ocean, the seas, he made the sky, the mountains, the hills, the trees. And when he speaks, the place trembled, which means that respect is shown. So, and he also said in somewhere in Matthew that if we don't praise him, he will make the sticks and stones. Now, if we allow those things to happen to us, sticks and stones praising the Lord, what it means for us is that we are doomed. We have been so sinful. We see so many sinful acts happening around the world now that it doesn't take anything great to see that we are all in deep trouble if we don't turn away from our sinful ways. We are sinning in thought, thinking, thoughts that we think, words that we speak, and things that we do. Right? So we have to put God first. And here so it says the floods. We know what floods mean. The floods have lifted up many waters, many rains, right? But the floods cannot speak. But we see what can happen. What can happen when we do have floods? Literally, we see people lose their lives, landslides all over the place. But we have to be, and yet it is said, the Lord is mightier. He's mightier than those things. So why should we not fear the Lord and give him the glory? Right? And what he has said is sure, right? His house is sure. So what we need to do is to put ourselves into the hands of the Lord and ask him to guide us, to lead us as we go through each day, day by day. Because without him in our lives, it's not going to be possible. And we are going to put become so selfish that it leads us right out of where we should be. And that's what the devil wants. And that's why we have to be so disciplined that each time we come to the Lord, we ask him for forgiveness. Ask him for forgiveness and thank him for his leading in our lives. So, Sister T, if I can only us two here, and we are going to have a moment, a minute of silent prayer where, when I say silent, I won't be talking on the mic. I'm going to say it to myself quietly and allow you to do where you are. You can speak to the Lord in whatever way you can, depending on how you are able to speak. Yes, we must, because we can't live without a relationship. Can you imagine? God is waiting on us to wake up. And if he doesn't touch us, if he doesn't call us by name, we'd still be sleeping. How many friends or relatives would come by and can call you and then you just wake up? He has to be the one to wake you. They may come and call, but he has to wake you. They can call from now until next year. If he doesn't wake you, they can't wake you. Right? The Lord wakes us up in the mornings. He puts us to rest. Right? And many times we think we don't need the rest, but our body needs it. And it is a sin to overwork. Okay? All right, let us go into a quiet. Sweet hour of prayer, sweet hour of prayer, may I thy consolation share, till from Mount Peace, God's lofty heights, I view my home and take my flight. In my immortal flesh, I'll rise to seize the everlasting prize. I'll shout while passing through the air, farewell, farewell, sweet hope of prayer. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Lord. Yes, Sister T. Let me go back again and say I am so grateful. I can't stop calling your name, you know. And even somebody said to me, well, not said to me, I don't know the person still. Um, that boy, Sister Tetla is a faithful person. I said I don't want even the breeze to blow too hard to get her discouraged, right? And I feel so good knowing that I've never met you and somebody can speak so kind because I think they're all watching to see how but people watch people channel, you know. They watch people channel and see how they operate, and some develop funniness, or I say funniness because I don't even want to say the word bad mind. Some develop funniness, and some can develop enviousness for nothing at all. And when people, you have some people when they see persons with good relationship, they will try to do things to show to pull away each other. But what I can say, I was trying to think this morning. I woke up. How long ago we have been on together? But as far back as I can remember, I think it's sometime in. I know it's sometime since 2025, but I'm thinking it was somewhere in the first month of when I started going live, and I think that was in late somewhere in February. And believe me, you inspire me. I don't even know that you inspire me. Just the thought of thinking of you being on. When I go live, I think one or two times I didn't see you. Boy, you're more than a sister to me, you know. Like this song say, closer than a brother, right? I feel the energy. Like when somebody say they feel the energy, it's like they know when you're around. You know, that sort of thing. Because I remember I looked at the time, the phone, because I sleep at the phone in bed. I peep at the phone because I don't, I can't better get up and go look at clock. And I don't wear watch. I leave my watch them back home and I don't wear watch. I do because they tend to squeeze me hand. So I would normally look at the phone and sometimes the phone gives messages. When I was back home, um, when if I would not really I don't turn off my phone unless I'm in church. I turn it down low, very to silent. And here, you can make your phone because nobody phone rings, you know, unless you expect something very important, like a very important call. So sometimes you have your phone with the ring high, you hear it ring out in public, everybody looking around. So since I come here, I realize I have to keep my phone low, you know, because I always live in apartment buildings, and you know what, they report to say you, you're disturbing them. That is why when I do the live here, I try to talk a kind of level, and I keep everybody keep the windows closed. When it gets later in the day and I'm here, I will open my window a little bit because I know that those upstairs they are gone. But sometimes they're not all gone. Somebody is left. So you can't even look at the vehicles that all the vehicles are gone. Two may drive into one vehicle. So, you know, what I try to say is it gives me a pleasure. I feel encouraged. And when I was to come on now, I said, Lord, Sister T gonna work now. Okay, it was 6:47 to be exact, you know, my time. Not thinking about your time being 5:47. I said, she's gone to work now, so I'm going to be alone because she's always there to keep me going. And I said, I still say, I'm getting out of bed. And I sit on the chair and I said, it's like I'm pondering if it makes sense. I said, Father God, yesterday morning I was alone. One person came on and then they left. Two person came on and then they left. Because once you talk about anything to do with God, I realize people don't want to hear. I do a video, I've done several videos by talking about God, and they don't really watch it. Not even 10. They don't, it's like they skip, they don't bother watch it. So that is why I lean to on my life to talk about worship. When I do a Friday night, well, the people them just come and gone like water. They are not interested. So sometimes I have to say, Father, the people are not interested in your word. But this morning when I think it, the Spirit said to me, I get about the bed, the Spirit said, sit on the chair to cool off me thinking. And then the Spirit said, go and get ready. And the extra things I will do, I'll make a cup of tea and have an orange. The Spirit not even know it on this up because I'll be late. I'll be late. So I hurry do everything. And I say, well, if Sister T comes, I'll be so happy. But if she doesn't come, I'm going to still go on. You see, you're here almost half an hour, 20 something minutes, and only us two. Because wherever they are, and they are looking on, they walk far. They walk really far. But God is not a God to be mocked. He's to be praised, he's to be honored. And like I had the scripture done earlier this week to be read. I read 91, I read 92 yesterday, and then I read 93 now. And I would have read 93 yesterday and 92 today, and the Spirit said, no, read it as it is. So God's words helps to encourage me, and it encourages you or the next person. And I would say that even when the numbers are few, He said in His words, because He knows what today would be like before I even came into existence. And he says, where two or three are gathered together in his name, he will be in the midst. No, you and I are two, and somebody else, because somebody else came on after our live yesterday morning, and he's our keeper, and that's what people fail to understand. Without the keeper, you cannot exist. It's not possible. And there are persons who know and they refuse to accept. You know, they know what they refuse to accept. But what can I do? I can only be a vessel to share His goodness. And I am not a preacher or a singer, you know, but in my own way, I've seen persons when I was growing up. Especially, I can recall this man. He passed on many years ago. He was hard of hearing. He was half deaf, not fully deaf, and he couldn't. Those same people were saying that he's a big man when I was a child, and he always tried to talk, follow the word of the Lord, because when your ears hard of hearing, you talk a little funny, and you know that he passed on over some 20 years ago, long time, and I can recall the encouraging words that he would always give. But I see you walking on the street, sister, return to the Lord and give the Lord what is due to him. And those were the days when persons would really study there quietly. But what he would do, he would go to somebody else who could read, another person in the church, and he would go there and sit down there and listen to the scripture, and then he would keep going. And believe me, when I look back today and see nobody don't want to hear anything. If you try, if you talk to your very church brethren, they make it seem as if, all right. So the encouraging words like it's become meaningless. And if you hear, you can't stop anybody like how we do back home. You have to just, maybe you can smile. You can't push any trap with the person because you can be charged for, I don't know the term that they use. I don't know the term, but they can report you. Right? And here they have another law which passed, I think, a few days ago. The no touch law. You can't touch people. If you want to hand out any track, you may go into the park and you're in groups and you may do, but you can't stop people in their trafficking. Anybody term that they have it for. So when I look back, it is easier to witness back home. Very much easy. Even when persons will not even accept what you're saying, but it is easier. You can stop in the supermarket, you can be in the market, you can just like how the Jehovah Witnesses would do it, but you don't see them up here. They were ones who would go around. That is no more, right? I don't know. Things have really changed. Nobody is hungry for the word of God. And there is coming a day, as maybe we are in it now, I don't know. But when nobody will want to hear the preaching of the gospel. So that is why when we sing this song from I was a child until now, the preaching of the gospel, yeah, different culture, and it's a big, and that is why people drift. They drift into the culture and become engulfed in it. So persons go to church half day and then they go to work half day. You become that too. Persons nobody go to church, they may just watch the church on the on the television, or they just they don't, and they become controversial. That if I'm not careful to, I know best, I'll be dragged into it easily. It's very deceptive because one would say you go to church half day and you're gone. You leave from church to work. You leave from church this Sabbath morning straight to from where you're working to church, and they don't look into the type of job. We would say that if you're a nurse or a police, people look at it as just job, and there'll be preaching going on, and they have to go to work, and they will get up proud and say, "I'm going to work," and they're going to their work. You understand me? So back home, it's not like that. They would either they keep out, they know they're going to go to work, they will keep away. But I see people who are in the health sector or whatever, they come when they are coming from or going, but so it's always contradicting because what I'm learning is that you're not supposed to take pay for those days that is on the Sabbath. But remember again that when they prepare the salary, they don't take into account, they don't go into anybody's religious belief, right? So yeah, but we still take the pay and we are happy with it, even though we know, even back home, even though we know it takes in the Sabbath, and that's why it is important to pay your tithe and ask the Lord to help you because we are sinning and don't even know. We don't even know. But let me not dwell too much on this sinning. I was going to raise a point about something else, and it comes in. But it is not an easy thing. I think we have company. It's not an easy thing, right? In everything we do, we must try give thanks to the Lord because He knows, He sees what we are going through, and He sees if we are going to give up along the way. But if we think we can do it by ourselves and we don't call on Him to help us, we are going to fall by the wayside. We are going to fall by the wayside, right? Because cultures around the world are different, and we are born into a culture, and most times persons move away from the culture of what they believe in. Sometimes what they believe in was not right, but whichever way I look at it, I think we should ask the Lord to be in the midst, stand in the gap for us because we can't stand in the gap for none of the cultures then. We have to just lean on Him and ask Him to guide us to making right decisions because the way I see it, if you're not careful, the cultures are so different. And I think that it's easy for you to slide into a culture without even realizing you're deep into it, right? Because can you imagine when you compare your culture and another person's culture, and they are living in their culture, you are going to put aside your culture because you're going to see your culture as not being realistic or sensible, and you're going to adjust to the other culture. You're adjusting into it, you're going into it, and you become a part of it. You accept it. What are you going to do? You start to have families in it. Your family grew up in it and build bonds. You forget about your culture, right? So only God knows. Only He knows. So yeah, man. Yes, that is so, so true. So, so true. You're so right. And at times too, they bring it even into the church. They bring it there too, you know. And sometimes you work in a place, you feel so, you feel the presence of the Lord there, and you feel that joyousness, right? Yeah, and into the church, yes. You feel that joyousness when you're working at some places. You can just feel the presence of the Lord moving with people. And there are some places you feel like the natural hell. You wonder, what kind of place is this? How this place takes so long? How these people exist here so long? What a wicked set of people them? What a way them bad mind? And you start to think, right? Sometimes you may get carried away and become disappointed. That is why I always say, when you're in a job, a person is in a job, you try to do the best in the job. Because there are times you move from one job to the other, and you have what is known as, you can have good, better, best. You can have bad, worse, worse. But you can become so disappointed when you go in, when you give up a job for more pay, because where you are is not paying much, but you were a little comfortable to a certain extent. But you left that job because you wanted more money. Maybe you see more benefits coming. You go to another place that pays more. And then, while you take up that job that pays more, you realize that in the end, you should, it's best if you had stayed sorry, in the job that was paying cheap. Let me say cheap, paying a little less. Because now you realize balancing the two, the jobs that pay less, you find that people don't leave those jobs, you know. I don't know if you notice it, because there's something there, in spite of the pay being less. There is something there that keeps them there. But you see, the job that pays more, yes, they take the wrong for right. And sometimes they know. They know, so they're giving out wrong information. They know they're doing wrong. And so they know. Sometimes even you and I may not physically see with our eyes what they are doing, but people know what they are doing. And they know when they're doing wrong things. And they're leading people astray. A lot of us, a lot of people, we lead people astray knowingly. We know and do it. We knowingly lead people astray. So what the Bible says, we shall be whipped with many stripes. So I don't want to be whipped. I don't want to be whipped. I can't take them those, not the physical whipping with the whip, but the things that will happen and that can happen. With punishment, some of us get punishment by way of different stresses, family issue, health issue, different ways. And we have to realize that when God stretched out the rod of correction and correcting us to straighten up and show us the way, like how He showed Moses. And when Moses said he is not able to do, and he said, well, go before me, because God see Moses' work, that Moses didn't even see himself. He said, go before me. So it's like you're at your home and you have your children with you, and they're giving problem and you say, you come sit right here. Or you're walking, walk before me. You know, and even then, God didn't have to put Moses before because God has eyes can see. But He wanted to show Moses how great He is. How great He is. So many of people leading church people them, leading people astray and causing the people them to run away from the church and say they're not going back to no church. And even out in the world, it's not better. The devil is there to, when you left the church or move away from the faith, the devil has his people there to grab you. Because that's all he wanted, to get your mind to move away from serving God. That's all he wanted, right? God is our Redeemer and strength. So we must look to Him, because when the trouble comes on us, we are going to want to call Him and Him, but we may hear too late. I can imagine too when Judas realized what he had done and he couldn't take it. He went and threw back the money. It was of no use to him and ran out crying. Too late. He knew. Too late. I don't want to be told too late, too late. I want to hear, "Come, ye blessed." Right? I want to hear that. Right? I don't want to. I don't want to be run up and down, because you can imagine that day when you run up and down, and you just too late, too late. You get crazy. You're crazy, and don't you know you're crazy? Because what, we shun God for the devil and lift up the devil and put God aside. Yes, sister. So we have to look on. I did not get a chance to look at the news. I had two assignments. Sorry, that were job assignments that I thought to be handed in on the 2nd of July, and they sent me a reminder. So last night I made sure I finished them successfully and sent it off, emailed them off. So all the other things that I have to do will have to get through. I'll have to get good morning, good morning. I will have to get through this morning because I want today to be a rewarding day. So I have to put in the energy. When I'm through, I'm not going out to work today. I'm so happy. They allowed me. They asked me to come in yesterday, early, 10:30, 10 o'clock, 10, 10 o'clock, right? And believe you me, I don't normally go to work those hours, but I said, may as well I try. And when I was there, luckily my job is not that difficult, but you have to be alert. And I'm telling you, it's a T, a rock, may I open again. So no wonder when, and then because I have the other life going, I'm not so versatile with it. I'm learning. The first of come and gone. The other life was running, which you saw. I appreciate your presence, and you don't know how much it did. And I didn't know about these lives. They call it long stream, something like that. It helps with your watch hours. And I'm telling you, I would have to do more of them because physically coming online like this, see, I don't know what is happening. We don't have a lot of persons, as I say, they don't want to hear anything about God. So God is working his way so that things can be, and I have the faith. You give me the encouragement, and I'm developing the faith of reaching my goal, right? People sometimes behave in a way that is not nice. They can be easily led, or whatever thoughts the devil put in their brain. But with you telling me each time, sister, so we're gonna, I'm working on it. I'm not saying working. I'm pushing. I'm sweating because I believe that at the end of it, I'm not a person who, when struggling, for example, if the thing is going to be 100%, I don't struggle to be 89 or 95. I struggle to be on the level or past the level. This is the type of person I am. So when I talk to anybody, try to encourage them, I don't just do it on this level and it stop. I try to go beyond. And I know God is giving me the strength because when I see I was able to finish the two assignments, I didn't know I got them early in January. Now. In January, June. I didn't remember. And I did not go back into the email and check that it was due the 2nd of July. So, when you're on the job, they still give you assignments to do, written assignments to see how much, and still preparing you. So you don't have your assignment out and get, no mark to show that you didn't participate. So I always do my, and then this, because I decide to press so much with the watch hours. Yes, no, that was a live. And I let it run for 9 hours. And that type of live, no, it gives me time to do something. So while I was at work, I could go to it every now and again and acknowledge people, you know. So I feel so good, so good. I feel so good. And I know that the Lord is with me. I'm not going to pretend. He is with me because I ask Him to be, and I'm doing everything. I'm not saying that I will not fall down because we're not perfect, you know. But He's great. He's great. He's great, right? And the thing is, when we found that activity, I said I want something with a little more action in the daytime, but in the nighttime, no, I would want something a little more peaceful. I don't know. I realized I got more, but it was the first time then this week. It's the third time I did it. Third or second? Third. Third. The first time, well, the numbers were big. I remember the second time what the numbers were like, honestly. But it was, if I could have allowed it to go on another 2 hours, but in the brain, it's enough. And I said, I want to go to my bed now. So, I mean, I want to go and focus on the assignment. So I said, let me end it. And I think 9 hours were long. I mean, long enough. Sometimes it may not be like that, but I was trying to, good morning, sister, good morning. I was trying to see how much. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you so much. I realized Lucy came and she didn't like the live. She just, I'm watching. So, Lucy never do anything. She don't like nothing. This morning she come, she just. Anyway, I'm happy. Thank you for the hugs. Thank you so much, Sister Pat. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a great day in the kitchen today. I know you're going to cook up a storm. No, today is Friday. Or maybe you may be going to the market, but make sure you have your things for the week. Because I know you do big cooking. I see you put up a big cooking. The fireplace was relaxing. Yes. Yes, that's how I put it for the night. And I think I have to find, balance the thing because I don't want to put anything to. Yes, thank you there, Sister P. That is to make people not wanting to sleep. So going to sleep should be something, I don't know what I like, water, you know, because I like to hear the sound of the sea. That's what I grew up hearing, the softness of the sea. And that's why I say this thing with the shark and the stingray, I see them in Negril. I've never seen a real shark though, but I see a lot of stingrays in in the water certain time. And just looking at the sea reminds me of Negril or wherever the sea is, but that was far out, and that would have been a small shark. But at the same time, the wisdom in it to me from that. Thank you, Sister Pat. The wisdom in it from that is how much I've never seen a stingray being eaten because I think the shark is afraid of the stingray. So I would want to think that they were playing. But it is left for one to think. And the stingray can be very, I've never seen a stingray go up in the air. I've never seen that. But look at the smartness of it. The stingray went under the boat, way down under the boat, and the shark did not go under the boat. The shark turned around, so go the other way. So I'm tempted to think that they were playing. Yeah, I know. The stingray, the smaller one. Right, so I was saying that both the stingray and the shark, do you think they were fighting or do you think they were playing? What do you think? I know the shark was bigger, but I'm saying that do you think they were both fighting or do you think the shark would have eaten this the stingray? Or do you think the stingray and the shark were playing? What do you think? Did you watch the long night? Oh, Pat is gone. She came in and said hello and gone. What do you think? What do you think? I mean, this thing will flop and go down under the water, under the boat, and the shark go near the boat and turn. So it's left to me to think that they were playing. What do you think? What do you think? I think it was fun, and I thought the shark was gonna, you know, it bit back the stingray, but somehow, it sounds to me that they were out there playing. Because I always hear that when a shark is going to attack, it goes on its back. So with it just swimming around on its belly, like to me, it gave me thinking that they were playing. But I mean, no human being could be out there playing with a shark. It has to be some of their own kind. One of their own kind. Yes, second. Mhm. I return it. Sorry. They're fixing the road and they're out there now. There's some big trucks are parked. They're going to resurface the road. Wonder what time is it? I don't want to have you here. Ministers, 8, 7:57. So I was just asking, I don't know if you're gone, Sister T, if you think the stingray and the shark were playing, or you think it was an attack being made by the shark on the stingray. What do you think? I'm not hearing you. Not hearing, I'm not seeing. I don't know if you're on the road as yet. I don't know what is happening. Soon to be an hour here. Are you there? Very good. Now I was saying, do you think this shark and the stingray were playing, or do you think they were fighting? Do you think they were playing or fighting? Connection seems to be bad this morning. You think the stingray and the shark were playing? I tend to think so, you know. I tend to think they were playing out there in the water. Because I've come to learn that stingrays and sharks are friends. I don't know how true it is. Yeah, I think so. That's what I think. Because if the shark wanted to attack, but the shark too, there's something that when I went to Ocherius some a few years, well, 2002, mm-hmm, I think 2002, over 20 years. Shark, they, I don't know if they still have the place in Ocherius. Wow, where you can go and swim with the dolphins. I don't know the name of the place, but in Ocherius in Jamaica there. And people, I don't know if they still operate it, Dolphin Cove, something like that. People could go there and they would allow them to swim with some dolphins, but I don't know if it is being done anymore. And they had a little section there, parted off, where you only see uh, you only see the and small baby shark, about 2 feet long, not three, about 2 feet, and very small in size. And you see a stingray in there too. And I remember some time ago they normally show people as tourist attraction there too, persons swimming with the stingray, right? But I don't take those things kindly. Wherever I see them, I run. Whenever I see them in the water, they do come up in the water a certain time. I don't know if when they follow those huge ships or what. I've seen a huge one, big and broad, right? Yes, the shark would have caught him because, but, and they had the stingray and the shark together in that small pool, like, and they were there just swimming and playing. So I get the feeling that shark and stingrays are friends. I don't know if the senses are there with the tail because the venom is in the tail. It's the tail. It is very dangerous. So when they normally show persons in Ocherius swimming with stingrays, I remember the one that had caused the death of crocodile hunter. Some years ago, there was this man from Australia who would go and hunt crocodiles. He was never afraid, and he did it as like a movie. And I don't know what conditions they had, but he was put in a pool that was very murky, very muddy, but he did not fear. And there was a stingray in it too, which he knew. But then I don't know why he accepted the challenge. And the stingray just lifted its tail at a point while he was in the pool there with it and stung him, and it happened to go somewhere near his chest. And that's what had caused him to become unalive. Many years ago, they call the crocodile hunter. So I always tell myself, wherever, if I'm in the water anywhere and see a stingray, they can swim, and swim fast too. I am not staying in the water because you don't know. I don't know when the animal is going to be that defensive or not. So if I see one, I'm out. So when I saw them in Ochi during those times, showing how they are swimming with the stingrays, I said, wow. But like I said, I don't know if they're operating because people may have been scared to go with it. They were more into going swimming with the dolphins. Dolphin Cove. I think they tried to set up one near to Palladium and the hotel in Hanover there, Grand Palladium. But I don't see people want to go into the water itself and swim, but they know the dangers that stingrays can do. In a split second, everything can go wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. You want to have fun. You don't want to be into something and then something happens, not that you had planned for it. Yeah. So, Sister T, what we have reached over. What are your plans for the day? I'm going shopping later in the day, much later. After we are, yes, 'cause they were enjoying it. So that is why I said it must have been fun watching. It seemed as if it was a specified era they were in, but and it was very, What I did like though was to see when the stingray come out from around this other side of the boat, and the shark didn't go under the boat. The shark swim go to the sideway, like say catch you, see. It was really fun to me, and I'm going to search out more by now in a couple of days. Do you think the length? I want your feedback. Yeah, I'm just saying it to you now. I want your honest feedback. Do you think I had it running for too long? What do you think? I was enjoying it. Do you think I had it going for too long? Do you think it was too long? Because I was just doing a little thing for a little joke. It was really business in the sense of me working to get the watch hours. And I did get so much hours. Yeah, at work today. Wow. It's a piece of my orange. And not sweet at all. So you're at work there now, so you may have to sign off from me, but I'm not going to go off yet. I'm going to leave the live on for a little time, hoping that if anybody comes on, I can say. And I'm hoping to do Vespers later. So I may come on about water. No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that comment. I don't have a. I thought the time was running up and I wanted to go do the assignment. So I didn't even run back up to see um blue water. Blue water. Hmm. The water is not really blue because I would think that when you go to speed in the sea, the water is blue. Thank you so much. Thank you. Because I didn't see you come back on, I said to myself, I wonder if Sister T vex now that I'm running it too long. But then I said, I think you would see that I've been done it so long that I wouldn't be coming on in the night, in the evening again. So that's one of the reason I said let me carry it on a little bit down. And I wanted to go 10 hours, but because I had done, the highest I could go is 11 hours on any one time. So I said, so because I did 1 hour and almost hour and a half in the morning, if I had done 10, that would have been my maximum. So I said, let me just do the 9, and instead of 11 and a half, I will do 10 and a half. But sometimes you have to give way for any error of any timing. The YouTube would not give you more than 11 and a half of it if I had, you know. I won't be doing it every day. I think I may. We can listen. All right, no, but you know, I think I can do it. I'm going to try and do it maybe two or three times. Well, if I know, because I'm pushing for the watch hours. You know, some people do it every day for the watch hours. You know, but I realize I don't want to push me away from my channel. My channel taking me away too often, and then when I come back, the people are gone, or they're not interested. So what I say I would do, I know, maybe two or three times a week. I done three times so quickly. I did the wine glass, I did the fireplace, and I do this. So it's three. So I don't know if I would do any Saturday night or Sunday. Maybe Sunday will be a good day. Most people be home Sunday. Maybe Sunday. Maybe I do one on maybe Sunday. I somehow like it. I like when this thing they go up in the ear. It was fun. And you can see rewatch it, And like I said to my son that, people gonna like it, the activities. Just even if you watch the part like a few times with the shark. Yes, ma'am. So I try. You're the only person I really ask for feedback because people don't really say anything, and I don't know if persons are upset at me. I, I see people put wine bottle with glass before. That person's right. Somebody right. Why am I boosting for a double H? I said to myself, but what is this? Shouldn't I push myself for double H? Should I just let it stay and relax? People telling me that I had a good friend that I know very well that I asked to watch some videos for me. But the person was saying that he always watching, periodically. Not a channel member or anything. And I said, the person that ever tried to come on my live stream or make any comment to any videos. And I was so foolish, but just so that's all God make us work. And I asked the person to watch some videos so I can get so much hours. And they promised me faithfully to. And at the end of it all, I could have been, thank you very much. At the end of it all, I could have been there sitting and waiting, my hands folded, waiting to get a response. How much was I was happening? And Spirit said to me, go and sweat for what you want. Don't rely on people. And believe me, Sister T, when I watch on my side, because they can know, I look at the history, I don't say anything much. So when I made contact with the person, oh, I tell you the truth, I have been so busy. I said to myself, after I explained, that's the response. I've been so busy, I didn't get to do so and so. I said, okay. I didn't say anything more, and the Lord tells me what to do. And see what I did? I can tell you that I sure believe I'm on my way. Mm-hmm. I couldn't believe. And then coming back now again to give me nice, pleasant talking again. So I say, I'm glad for all the nice things that you're doing. I said doing really. But one thing is at stake now, and that is my double H, and I need to push at it. So, with that is being said and nothing attracts me more than when I'm setting myself to achieving a goal and persons are going to have me derailed willingly, knowing that I'm setting myself for the goal. So, when person promise to do things, unless I'm not able to, but I will never sit and be patient on anybody. I have to do Because you sit and wait, at the end of it, they're going to become a disappointment. You know, it's going to become a disappointment. And that's why I know that people tend to carry enviousness without you knowing. Enviousness. Because I'm not being paid anything. You understand me? I'm just using. That's what they want. Just my opinion. So I me stop talk. Me withhold my voice in. hmm And I realize there's a lot of differences since this thing is being known. But I understand that's how the organization goes about it. They have to do it. That's their mandate. They have to do it like that. But you see, me alone, Sister T, nobody would know. Nobody would know. I went in a person's life to so give them support. Good morning, so and so. And the person went to ask before everybody there. Sorry. Just as I reached out, that they were waiting on me. The person went to ask, I see that you're so. So I said partially because I'm not fully monetized. I'm partially. If I don't work on my double H, I can lose it. So I just say I'm partially. Then the person went to ask me, so how much you reach now? Why before everybody? So I said, God is good. Then how much you reach? The person is as the person is a part of the same thing. The person is already getting her monetization long time before. Why she want me to advertise before the whole group? How much? What is my score towards reaching that? As if she didn't expect. And she normally comes over and says she watched some of the videos. But then, why you want me to come out and tell everybody, oh, I'm at 2.5, I'm at 9? Why? I think at least I deserve some privacy. So what I'm trying to say is, no matter who, we can't trust nobody because they develop, even when they're achieving, they are looking over the edge at you who is trying to achieve just the same and become jealous. hmm They become jealous. Like what I said, they just want to hear. So sometimes I come on the live, I choose carefully what I'm going to say because people are not really nice. People are great pretenders. And I said to myself that, all right, all right, yeah, persons, a particular individual came and used one of my content, but I was notified that this person took is sharing it, but how the person was doing it, put it on her computer and play it part and critique and have using it to get views and subscribers. And the person did not ask me, and the person did it more than once. And at first I was taking it that it was just genuine. And the organization, the company, I won't say the name, but informed me about it. So I said, why would this person be doing it? Sharing it. When although I say share means if you see something you share with your friend, not for you to go and put it on a computer to pull it apart and discuss it. They would say you're reacting to it. So when I had something to put up the other day, it was giving me a little time to get it done and get it up. It was even after the date when I wanted to go. And not even 15 minutes, the most 20. For some reason, I saw the notice come back to me saying that the person is sharing it. The person can put it up on her something. Other people share things to people. She take it put up on her thing and I talk about it. So I don't know what she's there talking about it. I'm not on her live. I had to visit her place. She subscribed to me, but that doesn't give her the right. And she was wearing, I had given her blue. So I said, I'm glad when the Lord said, take off the blue coat from somebody. from everybody and reassign the blue coat because a lot of them are just, and since I changed it, I did the spring cleaning. I've not seen a lot of persons. And I was going to wait until when I was fully monetized to have a spring cleaning with the blue coats and then redo. But the Spirit of the Lord said, no, do it now. And since I do it, I see all the skeleton in the closet showing up. So I called her and talked to her. And I said, so I don't think she's around anymore. Apparently, she said she do it just the same thing she do here and there and wherever. But then if I don't even get a view on the thing, and you come in, if you had even said to me, I would say give it a little more chance for it to settle, but it was not yet done. You just put out. But instead, comment on it, but you take it on Ghana for your place. Yes. So I had to speak my mind. I was not in any way rude, but I had to say, I just put it up. She said, when she said she did do it all the while, that's what she did all the while. I said to myself, so she has been going there and not asking me permission, not even giving me a little credit to the videos. And she tell me the different other people that she go to, and that is what she does. So I said to myself, this is rude. So after I spoke to her quite pleasantly, um, next time around, I saw her some time after, a few days after, showed up on my channel. And she realized that she was not in the blue. So she was trying to get my attention. I just say hi, 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 whatever. But all I did, I generalized my explanation about why some persons are not in the blue. I think I have less than 5 persons in the blue. And to be honest, I'm just trying to see now that persons need to recognize. Persons even putting on the live sometimes. They want one of the blue coat. They don't seem to think. I have to explain. It's a system where you don't just get a blue coat or you ask for a blue coat. You have to earn the blue coat. So I have to look at it. Good thing, my judgment of you, Jeremy, Cheryl, so far, one lady, Sister Bless, and I don't remember who else, but I don't think Sister Pat's Kitchen, right? You can't trust them, and you can see the persons who do show up. And if you're unable to come to a live, and you say, okay, I'm not able to catch this live, you can go back and watch it, but I'm not sure, depending on how soon you would see the comments to see who are the ones. I'm not sure. You'll see them. Maybe you'll see persons commenting after the live is done. But like you and I talking now, I don't think you would get to see the printed text. But if after the live is finished, persons go back and watch it and they put in their message or their text, then you would see those. So that's what makes the difference with the live. When you're live, you can see the thing happening at the same time. When the live get dead, this set of texting you may not see. So persons who come on after the live now and they make a text, you would see that. Some people just, and then you're walking with persons, they behave like they are lamb. When in truth, in fact, they are lions waiting to make a launch, and you don't know. And I can tell you, since I have done this, let me call it spring cleaning, I've seen some really, really strange lions when I was going around with them, thinking they were some nice little sheep, And I said to myself, Lord, I don't know people, and I try to reach out. I try to be, but at the end of the day, I said to myself, I stretch myself thin, and I try to be. And when I'm at work, sometimes I take the phone and turn on low, and I must say these things too. And when I rush come home, I try to go on a personal channel and watch a video or two and give so everybody can get support. When me look, nobody not pay me no mind, but me they run behind other people. Me even behind them and then channels to give them support. And when some come, they do give what is not recognized in terms of watch hours. So if I go to a person's channel and I watch a shorts, shorts doesn't help you to watch ours. And we we are all into YouTube streets. We know that. So why now come and give me a shorts? And when I come to you, I'm going to watch about 3, 4, 5 minutes. I would spend a long time at your live. So I say everybody's showing their real self. So why should I stretch myself thin? I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to make a pledge to try and support those persons who are really supporting me. That's why I kept telling you, you need to have a channel. You need to have one. Because nobody says that you're forced to go around to other people's channel. You do it because you want the support as well. So if I'm supporting 10 persons and of the 10, only 3 giving back support, then I will have to rethink again and focus on the 3 that is giving me the support and give them more of my support. Give them more of my support. It is so sad when you're doing something and you see the selfishness coming out. So when a person showing that selfish nature, it pushes me away. It pushes me away. Some people say they are watching, they are busy, they are not able to come on, so they watch. So whether that is so or not, that only puts me in a position to be cautious with whatever I have to say because I don't know when and if I'm so familiar with anybody in terms of this YouTube streets. I don't see anything if I come on to your live and tap and say hi and bye. At least. But if you're going to be out there, which I don't know, and you're not coming in, to me you didn't exist because I have no idea that you were trying to be counted among the sheep or the goats. So why would you want to be away behind the trees, hiding in the bushes, when all you have to do is just say hi? You have because not everybody can come on and spend time, Like this morning, um, I know I will not be going to work today. I can say I'm spending a little longer time. But when I have to run, I have to run, right? When your time is up for you to sign off and go, I will say, well, you can go in and do what you have to do. You're at work. I'm at home. So I can still run the line for a period of time because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going out until later, maybe about 10:30, 11. Just gonna do some little errands to get it done and so forth. I'm gonna go to the grocery store. So I don't have much time in the week, and next week is going to be busy. Next week, I don't know if this weekend is month end. I hope that it won't be too busy. But I think next week will be busier because next week is 4th of July Independence celebration. So I would not want to be going to any stores next week. I have to go to work the day before um, the 4th of July. I did even you see back home. You have calendars put up where as you wake in the morning you look at the calendar. Here it's different. So because I don't have it, every Christmas I may have 4 or 5 calendars. In each section of the house I have a calendar. And here it's different. So nobody really look at calendar. They use the phone. So me always behind when it comes to the thing. Because I already check my time, but I don't really check for the days of the week. So that's how it is, Sister T. I appreciate appreciate your time. I really do. And if I say I don't, I'll be wicked. That is it. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what I do now, I put underneath it, I started putting my channel name on my videos. I started 2 days ago. That's what that person was doing. That's what that person was doing. They can't expect me to do the groundwork. And some people, yes, you can go to a person's channel and look. But if you are going to go to a person's channel to look for, you can, because you may get a little information here and there. I'm not saying that you cannot, but you can go ahead and use the personal content and then take up your and gone, just show it and talking about it. Behind the person, the owner for it, doesn't know what you're saying. But because you're doing a reacting, what if the person has said, for example, with the stingray now, the stingray was very happy playing with the shark, and you come on to say the shark did not like the stingray, then you're going to contradict with all of what I'm saying. You're going to be contradicting me using my video because my views you're going to oppose it, and once you oppose my views, you will have your people then who will agree with your. I'm not there to watch it while they're doing it. They will agree to your opposition. Everybody have their own views. And I would not be doing that. You're using my views to, I don't want to say cut me down, but to use my views to differentiate me on the screen and not doing your own research. That is why I do commenting, I don't do reacting because people react. People do say what they want to say. I want to talk about my life and talk about how I did how I did the worship this morning. And somebody will come now and take the life and play it without my permission and try to use opposite. Because I've seen it happen to people. Opposite. They play a little piece and they talk about it. And it's not really, sometimes they will lift the person, but most times they don't. Because they try to lift the person on the channel is going to get the views. You who is doing the reacting will not get any. So you will have to do to put down the person. To put down the person. And then those who are watching would agree with you and try to, you're going to tell them, okay, tell me what would you have done if you were in this person's position with the shark and the stingray? No, that is, I think that person was very rude. And that gives a line where when I try to get certain understanding, the person couldn't strike me because the information is YouTube see where the person had taken it from me. I could have had bitterness and request to strike the person, but I said no. Let me move on. I'm new in the program. Let me try to do something that I know I can do. You understand me? Let me do that. So I said I'm going to put on my channel name on videos after that. And over time, all my other videos, I'm going to put on my channel name on them. So when anybody going to use it, they're going to see my name print out. They can actually find something by the way. Or they found something somewhere in the bottom of the YouTube street. Mm-mm. They can probably play it in the background without people seeing, right? And maybe just hearing and so forth. But when that person by now, I don't think she would want to do it anymore because if she does it, she knows what can result. So I would want to think that maybe she has pulled her subscription. I would have thought so by now should have pulled it away because she doesn't come to the channel anymore. She has not been on the channel 2 or 3 times. She don't really come, but she don't come. She don't really contribute anything. She just come whenever she do for the 2 or 3 times. I think whenever she do, it's just to maybe because she knows she's going to take the thing, and I may know. And when I know of it twice, YouTube informed me twice, and I just I didn't treat it in any way. I felt good, but then I said to myself, the one that got to me was the one I posted last. I had it for more than almost a week. before I did, did the video, and as I put up the video, the person take it and run gone, and not even have the courtesy to comment on it before, or even say, still, call and ask, no call, message me and say that, I'm thinking of you. When we confront you, when we say that's all you use, it's when we're doing things, and we put God in it, we can't go wrong. She said that's how she has been doing it, using them. I mean, I know. And that's what she tell me, other person that she used as well. I said, really? So because I confronted her, I don't want to think she's coming back. Because if she talks to anybody, she can see where the route I may take. And she has more than one channel. I have one, and I don't think I've been on channel 2 times. Because I was at different, and what she does, I don't, I don't go about that sort of, I don't use those topics for discussion. So people have to think, think you want to talk about something, and you see something at a person's channel, and you're really into the topic, or so, talk to the person, man, message the person. But there are some people, all they do is peruse their channel, peruse. What are they looking for? Yeah, they get bad mind because I see it. But you would not know, and then they're talking to you until they find a loophole. Like I say, oh, this is the real person, you know. So I said to myself, I'm so glad I don't walk up and down at people's place, so they won't catch me. And the YouTube know I will persons who are supporting me, honestly, and those who are not able to, I will give them my support. But I'm not going to go too far into people's yard for them to let out their dog on me. Mm-mm. And when I support a person, I try to watch their channel, their videos, or try to give support as support is. But if persons are going to be so selfish and have evil thoughts, because I can only think evil thoughts, then it's best to stay in your corner and do what you know you're supposed to do. When I do that, I'm better off. I don't have to be run up and down trying to force myself onto people's property. When in truth and in fact, I will only be going there to injure myself. Because I come on your property, I'm going to say something, and you may show as if you appreciate it, but you may, on the other hand, you're not interested. So that's how it is. Yeah, man. So I'm learning. I'm getting there. I, I um I didn't go to school to study for an idiot, to be a fool. I go to study people's behavior. You understand me? And how much some behaviors can change, but some they are so set. You understand me? I just see something pop up on my phone. Notification came up say a cartel, breeds to them. But I don't know. So they say it has been going out for so many times. She says so. I don't know if it happens this time. And they are in the limelight always. Yeah, man, after a time, that's what I see. When you're new, what I see happening here, when you're new, you're being, because you ask questions and you're new, you want to know. You see, you're running around, persons are eager to talk. But when they see you're achieving now, they slow off. And I said to myself, don't they think I would suspect or realize that knowing that I am heading, I'm now swimming, I'm not there trying to see if I can swim for fear of drowning. Then what did they expect me to be? Still sitting on the seaside, on the seashore, with my toes in the water, afraid to stand up, afraid to step out and try to swim? No, I tried to swim. And now I'm into shallow water swimming. Shallow waters, I can't go into deep waters because I'm new. When you're new, you have to stay at the front. You can't go too far into the deep water like the shark and the stingray. You know, sometimes I really wonder what people, you know, and another, sometimes you just smile. God shows up people in your territory that you have to smile. Say, what is this? Father God, what is this? I go to people's channel, I watch. I don't write anything funny. I don't try to, what do you say now, remove anyone. I try not to do anything that could offend the person. Because each day as we learn. Yeah, man. I studied sociology and because you see me appear very, very, fool. And that's but we still, some of us, we have to still apply the common sense. No matter what you study to be, you have to have a little common sense. You know, we do things. That's why sometimes we call some people educated fool. But they study for the big paper, but they don't have the little common sense how to tackle and deal with situations. I don't try to. They say I heard before that it was more than 2 times she came out saying that she is when she wasn't. So she probably using that to hold him because she sees that the ex is not behaving any way how she probably in her culture how would have behaved if somebody take away a person. So maybe she still feels threatened. So, some people are just brutish. They befriend you for what you have and then they take time and show off on you. And they know you're there looking fool. So you keep I don't what did I say? Block not time out any I wouldn't say block or time out anyone when I go on their channel. I don't know. I said, well, they must see when they're going through, looking before they post it to see what persons are saying. Then they make their decision because I know, I've seen it all over. I know. And they keep saying, you're so rich, man, you're so rich. I said, wait, you're so rich, you're going to reach it. But they would not want me to. And if they explain, someone try to ask, but the explanation to be a little clearer. It's like, it's a good thing. My son who have a little bit of the thing can help. He never studied, but he try apply the knowledge. Never say, boy, they say we're all in it. That is why Oliver, Unfiltered JA, well, I used to watch him. He always say, the pie is very big. I can't forget his phrase, for everyone to get a piece. They can all finish the pie. But some people believe that it is there just for them. You understand me? So I tell everybody, I am sweating. I will not be able to give people support as I should because I realized I was not getting there. People just promising. Some say they are doing, and when I look at my history, nothing is happening. So if I say to you, can you watch some videos so for me? And when I look, I don't say on my history, my side. If you watch them, I will know. And I will see nothing coming up. Some, if they do, whenever I do, they don't put a comment. I see one person is to put comment. Then I see person start put one or two comments that I would never have put. Before I put that, I would have put a big emoji and just let it go. And I said to myself, that is why I see me do the live I did. Yes, I put one with the wine, 2 glass. I went and put one with the fire. I'm not running away. And the water, peace. I said, Father, give me the strength and the knowledge. Because you see, if I don't do the long line, that's what you put up yesterday, it's going to take me a good while. And I don't remember my anniversary date. I think it is somewhere down in November. I know my first video was published in December, first week in December. But I think I actually signed up for YouTube in November. So because I don't remember, I can't wait until when the anniversary date comes. I am hanging because it is not easy to reach where I'm at. Much more to go lose it and start again. I couldn't better start again. Mm-mm. Because for fear these people know, they may think, I never said it to anyone, but I don't know if they're thinking that the way how I do this, I'm doing now, I may come up and have more than one channel, like some of them. I don't know what they're thinking. I have to work on my channel and let it be in a way that it's sensible. You understand me? So people, I don't know, but me find people behavior strange. I'm trying not to think about the behaviors, but to think past it. Move on. So I have to be standing in the Gideon. There's a stand up like a Gideon and don't back out. Don't back out. So let me say God give me the strength to do these things. He makes my enemies, I don't cherish enemies, but he makes them who are not with me look stupid in my sight. Mm-hmm. So I don't have to say a thing, but I just smile. They say when I send me some fufu emoji, I say, what is this? There were times when people would come on and they would come and they would share. I see them take time from me remove the quote. Come on, see them real. Me remove the quote. Me say, I remove the quote. And there it was. Then because when everybody is there in the quote, you can't see everything. You cannot see everything. So remove the quote. And they all show up. It all shows up that I have to be smiling. And some have not been back since I removed the quote. So it tells me that they are worse not happy. So they were there hiding under the coat. Can you imagine? Hiding under the coat. I don't know what they could have done if they were still under the coat. But obviously at those times they were not with me, they were just pretending. But I tell everybody, I'm doing a spring cleaning. I'm doing a spring cleaning. And I did the spring cleaning, and what happened? Some they get cleaned out. They didn't come out to see if there was any space or anything for them. Sometimes we have to let bygones be bygones and look ahead. Because if we continue to look at them, I'm just trying to talk with you, keep the life going, hoping that someone will. But I do notice I start the morning live, and it has been improving, but I don't know because I did the long lives 3 times, and then yeah man. So honestly, I was at a point of frustration. I said, but what is this? I'm not seeing what I expect to see. And the spirit leads me to doing this sort of life with we call it long stream. They don't really talk. And me feel proud, me feel good. And I say, yes, if we can do a couple more like this, by God's grace, we come into the ark of safety. But and I don't want to just be on the brink of fear. So I have to push. If I can do it 3 times a week, I do it 3 times a week. But what I want to do is, I'm doing it in the daytime allows me to be on doing my mornings. And if I wasn't so tired, I could have come on last, but I said no. Let me. Then it was in the day, so I wouldn't come on in the night because I was tired. Like next week again, I have Friday off because Thursday will be holiday. Not Thursday, Friday will be holiday. what they call it, 4th of July. So we would say ours 6th of August or August 6th. Sorry. Yeah, man. And also, I'm trying to find a way for you to get the connection. I'm trying to. I'm gonna try and get a phone for my channel so that I can, but I don't. I may have it posted up at the time, but I bought the phone, but I need to go and look about the number and certain things. Because phones up here are different, you know. It's not like you can just walk in and buy the phone and you have a phone like that. You have to do certain things. Go into the company and, it's different. I have plan and all kind of stuff. This one is on a plan, so if I buy another one, it will be difficult for that, but I have to wait because the phone alone cost me $80. And I don't go to the plan to go on it with a number. Two different things, two different money. So I have to wait until I see what is coming from YT. Let me say YT, so you can understand what is coming from YT, so I can measure. You understand me? Yeah, man. I have to say to myself, what is this? You don't match hands, you don't see them belly. That's a big Jamaican talk, you know. You want to see the ants belly. We know they do have any belly, so if you match them ants to see the belly, I die. I kill it. You make all the ants become unalive. So they don't have no belly. But you will see what is inside people. Yeah, man. Can't get away from those. And people profess and they do things and they say things. They would lead you. But me have to learn to make this true. With all that, there's a poem I used to learn in school. I would have to go and find it and read to you. Um, I remember this, but losing your head when they are losing, when all around you are losing their. I think it's a don't quit. It's a don't quit poem. I'm going to look for it, Yes, it's Don't Quit by, I don't know the name of the person, but I'm going to put it into Google and search for it. I learned it, right? And some of these poems, I don't know children not doing poems now. Some of these poems help to make you become who you really are. And older persons, they have their children at home before they're going to spank them for something. They tell them, the memory gem. I don't know if you experience it. If you take something that were not given to you and the parents going to meet you, they will say, you must ask and it shall be given. What I say you must do, ask, and you get 2 strike or 3 strike. Don't take things that is not given to you. Don't. And if you didn't do the work good in the yard or sweep there properly, they're going to tell you. If you're going to get a beating, they're telling you in a memory gem form. You beat up your sister, you must be loving. What I say? You must be loving. So no, it's different. They're going to beat a child. Whop, whop, whop. Go sit down. They're too tormented, too rude. They don't tell them what the child. Tell the child what she has done wrong. You are not to fight. You are not to take away the things from the house and take to school. You are not to eat out people's lunch. You have to do your homework. You have to do your work in class. Tell them, let them hear repeatedly, and it will change them. But that's not how people do now. If they want to punish, they just punish them silently and give them something and don't explain anything. So the poor things ain't gone, they don't know what they do wrong because you never tell them. Yes, my dear. So it has been I'm trying to go to the 2 hour. That's what they do. And they peep and they try to catch something and run. That's why we always say that out there in the bush. You cannot trust who is out there in the bush or behind the tree. Because once they click, you're going to see who they are. You see what happened this morning? Only the Lord up above is in control and will allow things to happen. Only the Lord up above. Only him. That's why I say no matter what I do, put your all in his hands. Allow him to take full control. And when we do that, we come up with the hands at our mouth. Shock, can't believe. He shows up everything around us. He shows up everything for us to make a decision. That's what he does. He lets us see, and he's a God who gives choices. He gives choices and he gives chances. So he gives us a chance to come and he gives us a choice to choose. But sometimes we need a take the chance or choose. We just go about doing what we want to do. And sometimes we go deeper, deeper, deeper. So if everybody stay home and focus on their own house, nobody doing any problem with anybody. But the fact still remains, we need to work in unity because unity strengthens. Unity strengthens. You signing it yet? It's going up to I can't believe it's going up to 9 minutes to 9 for me, so it makes to 8 for you. Yeah, man, we're keeping you company a little more. hmm That's what they do, my dear friend. That's what they do. They don't think about others. Don't. And you'll be there thinking about them. Don't let me laugh. Oh, I can't laugh. It's too early. It's too early. They're autism. But yeah, yes, I believe you. I believe you. You know, it would be so nice for people to share. Sometimes you share ideas you learn, and then you can, but if you're so closeted and you feel that, oh, I'm the best in what I do, and I'm so and so. And when I came first, I didn't see that in anybody. It's just recently I see a type of competition. I said, mm-hmm. I see a type of competition, but I just smile and I say it's good to compete. It's good to compete, but the way some people do it, it's ugly. And if you're going to compete, don't try to put down another person because that's the time now I will stay very far from you because it obviously means that you don't wish me well. And if somebody doesn't wish you well, honestly, you shouldn't be playing around with the person because what they have a saying, idle dog worry sheep. Idle dog worry sheep. So when persons are not showing any interest, in what you're doing, are you try to be keeping them at a distance? That's the safest way. Don't let them overcome and overpower you. Then you'll be doomed. People are people, and they will do what they want to do, say what they want to say. You can't stop them. No, they don't get no strength from them. None. Maybe if you were not here to give me little strength, I would have collapsed long ago. I realized people were just doing was just coming to take from me, take, take, take. But then I get the vision to discern. Mm-mm. So I said, why should I wait? Why should I? One had said to me that I don't have to. We say sometimes I don't have to worry because when I reach the tree, it will be all right. And the person knows that 3 is not all right. 3 is just a starting point. And as I said, but wait, why? And they know, and they keep. So I don't. Right now, I'm a kind of person who I just waited on things a certain way, then I just shell them by the wayside. I just shell because you don't know who in the flock again is the same. So you shell off old shell and then get things on new shell. Mm-mm. And what I did yesterday, don't think that people didn't see it. They see it and talk, but they're not going to come on to click or make any comment that is encouraging because they're not up to encouraging. Mm-mm. So that's how I see people. But we see that this devotion in the mornings, although it is small, it strengthens me. Hmm. It strengthens me. I get strength from it. And I'm going to come on later. But like I said, um, I may come on about 6. But the actual um, the actual Vesper where you would have been loved to be a part of, the singing and the worship, I would let it stay. I would find when I started live at about 6 this evening, I would let it run, talking about other things, and go right into the devotion. When I think that you are home, maybe about 8 o'clock or so, I would start it. I would have it running so that for 4 hours. But I'd say, I don't know if I can do a 4 hour this morning. I can do a 4 hour this morning, and if I do a 4 hour tonight, this evening, it would have been 8 hours, right? So I'm near to the second hour, and I could have this running for another 2 hours until I'm ready to leave the house to go to the store. Yeah, I could do that. Hmm. I'll see how it works, but I could do a longer live in the afternoon from about 6 or so to about maybe about 10. They don't give no strength, man, because they're watching everything I do. I know what everything I do, but Jah is my guide, and He never leads me wrong, and that is why I know He guides me. And I like the song that says, "Eyes on the sparrow, for I know He watches me." Okay, so it wasn't of me to get up out of bed this morning because I was sleeping, even though the time is cool, enjoying the coolness of the time. But the Spirit see me past me 6 o'clock, see me past 6:30, going up to 7, and the Spirit knows that at 7 o'clock I'm going to not be in it. The Spirit went up 6:47, 30 minutes to get ready and get everything done and put myself right here. And I'm happy if I'm not happy about anybody, I'm happy you are here. Yes, man, God give us strength. You know, some people, I don't know, but I try not to go back and try to. But on the other hand, what YT wants us to do is to have an interaction. So if I come to your channel, we have an interaction, like we're interacting now. But you find that I always complain when persons come and sit down. I say sit down, they don't say anything. It's like I found out that in the evenings, they just come like after they finish work and they finish touring the other channels, they come to me now for relaxation. So they just sit and take a little nap and listening to me. So they're not participating because they're already tired. They're already visited their channels that they want to visit. So they say, Auntie D, come on at this time. I can just sit and listen. No, I didn't like that. I said, because I'm not getting the support there. So I said, let me move out of that comfort zone. Try the morning. The morning was going well, it has been, and then I said, no, let me try the part day. I tried the after 12:31. It worked. I tried the evening. So I said, I will shift around. And once you have the notification bell on, persons can come on, come alive. They will see that I'm live. I need to get some videos done today. Whichever way it is, I have to get some videos done because I I think I only put out one video this week. I need to get some videos done. Yeah, man, people are people, and they will always be people. But they must remember that people have feelings, and people can look into things. And if you're going to be coming and hiding behind the trees, hiding and peeping, it means that you are doing something that is not right. You can't be a friend of mine, and if I go live, you're going to be hiding behind the trees, and telling me that, sometimes I'm there watching, I don't know why you're hiding behind the trees. You're proud enough, you're one of the moderators then. Come in and say, hi, good morning, I have to run. That's proper. But I can't be a moderator hiding behind a tree. What is that saying? Come on. You have to be wise. So I did the spring cleaning and I'm not sorry. Mm-mm. And I will go as is until, because some people has nobody wearing any blue coat. None at all. I thank you very much, right? Because I trust in him and he sees my cry and he sees my need and he's going to supply it. Mm-hmm. He will never leave me alone because he knows that I will give up. And he knows that what I'm doing, I'm also uplifting him. So he's not going to leave me. I ask him all the while, Father God, never leave. You say your prayer away, but don't leave me. I'm the one who is drifting. Hold me back. Keep me in them. Keep me in your shallow palm of your hand because I am weak and I'm falling. I rise today and I fall tomorrow. So to have that consistency, he has to keep me. Yeah. The Lord's a rock in him we hide, a shelter in a time of storm. Storm does only mean the breeze and the rain that comes, but it's the bad things that do comes at you. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. The last of my pega orange, it's not sweet. Mm. The sign that it. No, never left. All right. I feel like 2 hours now. Many people, all they have to be united and appreciate. But yeah, communication is the key. But instead of communicating, you're going to hide behind the trees in your blue coat. Then what about when you're not in your blue coat? What would you have done behind the tree? So let me just hope and pray that this will not be the end of anything good, but I open to others who are looking down a road that has no bearing to their development. Because you can't be in something and don't develop yourself. Mm-mm. You must get something must come from it that you can say you're happy to have been a part of it. So, sister, I'm just about I'm going to put this now someplace where I can get a minute. Oh, maybe this may all need charging, you know. If I remember, sir, it may need to be charged. Lord, and I have it here. Oh, it was going down. So, my dear, have a wonderful day. Now I'm going to stretch out a few minutes. The orange give me some energy, so I won't um fix the breakfast right at this moment. They say when you have a fruit in the morning, you know, it keeps the stomach going, yeah, the stomach going a while until I'm able to go and fix something. And I was going to do some fried dumpling, but I don't have no energy for fried dumpling this morning. I want a little time to rest, then get up and go fix everything butter bread and hot chocolate. So they have to have something simple. When it comes to Friday mornings, they don't have to have anything big. I just have something light, a cup of hot tea, and just anything. I don't really fix big breakfast every time. We leave that for some time when you have time. Big breakfast calls for time. And now it is almost 9:11. So it's 8:11 for you, ma'am. So I'm going to, maybe I'm going to sign off, you know, because once it is on, my eyes won't even shut a minute. And if I say I want to leave here about 10:30, and it's not far, it's a little bit over an hour, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't want to sleep when I get back because if you sleep in the daytime or evening, it mess you up. That's what messed me up because I slept yesterday afternoon, evening, about after 4, take a nap. Then it mess up my night nap. Then it pushed me over into waking up late. All right. So, Sister T, I'm going to leave it and get some things organized and straighten up my room. If I don't straighten the bed, I can go back on the bed and lie down for 5 minutes. I could come out of these little clothes and then shut my room, open the window, you know. So I'm going to be running off. Maybe when I go down to on the road, I may go live a little bit. I don't know what it's gonna turn out to be. My book. Let me put the book. Yes, so just looking for the book. I don't know where I put the book. You know? I have the book. All right, have a wonderful day. So we'll see how the day progresses. I have the book and I write it and I don't know I put the book. Let me see that. All right, have a wonderful day. Nice having you, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye.